Hello, my name is Jehu, and this is my class assignment project presentation for Life in the Crusades. I know I'm a little late for this assignment. I was kind of forward into making this video, so I'm making it anyway. And get any points that I can. Basically, the project is to find something that I was interested in, yet also relate to. So I brought up the Crusades, and my teacher somehow knew what Lionhearts was, and I should recruit her for real. Okay, so what are the Crusades? The Crusades were a series of religious wars during the Middle Ages. The most prominent of these were campaigns to the Holy Land aimed at seizing Jerusalem and liberating its surrounding territories from Muslim occupation, as they were the rulers of those lands at the time. These were attempts initiated directly by the papacy, as these were religious wars directed by the religious leaders. The people living in the city of Jerusalem were a group of many diverse people. They were Eastern Christians, Greeks, Orthodox Armenians, Ethiopians, Georgians. It was one of the main hubs of the land and had annual pilgrimages in which Christians traveled to. So, Jerusalem was important in the Crusades mainly for its religious significance. For the Jews, it was where the temple was in the Holy Land. For the Christians, it was where Jesus walked and lived his life. And for the Muslims, they also had a mosque in Jerusalem, and it was considered a holy site in Islam. And the goal is pretty simple for everyone. They wanted to take all the Holy Land for themselves. In the Third Crusade, the primary opposing forces were the European Christian rulers, which included Richard Lionheart of England, Philip Augustus of the Kingdom of France, and Frederick I Barbarossa of the Holy Roman Empire, which were the Germans. And they clashed against the Muslim forces of the Iber Sultanate, which were commanded by Saladin. So during these active wars, if you're living your life as a soldier, well, it's pretty mid. There are many different stations that you can work as in the faction's army as a soldier. Some stations are better than others. Like for instance, you can't compare one working the night shift at a prison, and then another guy in the field of battle getting arrows rained on. As for payment, it's pretty terrible considering you're putting your life on the line for a minimum wage. Payment is determined by your rank and how many years you serve, and if you survive, you'll get promoted. Similar to the modern military job, the journey to becoming a soldier can start from a very young age, and there's a lot of effort to put in with little to none recognition for it. It requires true dedication. It's about duty and sacrifice. And that's something I have utmost respect for. So why be a soldier? Aside from the duty of serving your faction, there's also comes a religious duty and sacrifice, a spiritual purpose for joining the Crusades. As we said earlier, it's a religious war, and why some people went voluntarily to the Crusades. They see it as a journey, as a pilgrimage, as a means of getting Jerusalem and do God's will. It's, in the religious world, people want to be remembered for the faith under God, and they wish to make God proud of His creation and wish to do His will. Cartography, arguably one of the most important things in as a soldier, and it's also the most insufferable to do. Knowing where you are and be able to read a map is essential not only to help navigate your travels, but also to gain enemy intelligence as well as your own. You can better deploy troop movement and find the best routes depending on where you are on the map. Because otherwise, you will get lost and find trouble meeting your teammates. And you already have trouble enough trying to read the map and getting lost, even when you arrive to your destination.
The city of Jerusalem's layout is about as confusing as quantum physics. We walked through the gate and it was as if we stepped into limbo. Got absolutely no idea where to go. It's like first time at airport. Go to B, they said. But where is B? B is on top of that big tower. Which one?
But yeah, the only good outcomes of this war is that if you survive, you might be able to retire with like at least some amount of wealth. The real journey is the friends that we meet along the way. Just spend nice time with your bros, or if you just enjoy killing your enemies for the fun. If you like fire drip, they all go pretty hard. So I rate this 7 out of 10. Good game.